I have something from one of our lovely community members and sponsors, Xledger, who have plugged finance into the arts engine. So they have announced a native integration with Tessitura, a specialist CRM ticketing and fundraising platform used by more than 750 arts organizations worldwide. So integration brings ticketing, fundraising, and CRM data directly into Xledger's finance system in real time. So for venues like the Newcastle Theatre Royal, the payoff is practical. There's fewer manual journals, clearer deferred income tracking, and finance teams spending less time keying data and more time analysing show and project information, which is far more interesting. So for arts and cultural organisations, it's about a single source of truth, aligning the box office reality with what's happening at the ledger level without having spreadsheets in the middle. So a strong example of boring but powerful accounting tech. It's not flashy, it's not AI integration, it's not anything that, we need to, it's not like a novel. What I say, it's not novel, it's an integration, but it's done properly and it's hyper relevant for the art sector, where cash flow timing, deferred income, project reporting, that sort of stuff really matter when it's needed. And it's also a good strategic signal. Xledger owning and maintaining the integration reduces a common risk in niche sectors where you have fragile third-party connectors that break at like very inconvenient times. So the caveat, this system works best for organizations already committed though to Tessitura and Xledger, of course. Not a plug and play fix for smaller venues running lighter stacks, but for mid to large arts organizations, it's a kind of vertical specific integration that quietly delivers some real ROI and shows where accounting platforms can add the most value if they go really, really deep into specific sectors and not super broad. So I really like this. And I think that when we were looking back at, even just Implicit and how they have been on a breakaway, it started by them really honing in and looking at specific verticals they could solve very, very well for. And this is a bit like that.
I agree. And I mean, I think this is just a demonstration of the fact that Xledger are listening to the customers in the markets that they're kind of like identified as niches for them. We know that they're strong in kind of like this not-for-profit, cultural sort of space. A lot of these a lot of these spaces tend to be charitable in some way, shape, or form, or have a trading part of a charitable organization. It does obviously depend on the structure. And this kind of functionality that they've now got as a consequence of this integration is typically only available again in the kind of zero Intuit space, and obviously that then places some restrictions if you've got quite a large scale or a bigger operation. And I know from experience of dealing with similar organizations in the past, this can be quite challenging to them managing some of those products because of volume challenges and other things. So it's great to see that Xledger have built this out, and another demonstration, I think, of how they're listening to their marketplace.